We've been here about 6 years, give or take. When we first came here, Jackson Square was the bomb. The brick buildings, the Barbary Coast, so much history. We still got guided tours happening as we're working with people in crazy-ass costumes telling tourists what happened here. Hey, what's up? Welcome to Swell Music and Sound, San Francisco. Here's our space. There's no place else in the world like this spot. You got the Ad Ghetto, a couple blocks to the north. You got the Financial District, a couple blocks to the south. You got Chinatown, a couple blocks to the west. And you got North Beach and Little Italy, a couple blocks to the north. It's fucking crazy when you think about it. We were all sitting around one day thinking, wouldn't it be cool to have a mural on this wall? So we found our favorite San Francisco artist, and lo and behold. Before Swell was up and running and TikToking, I wasn't quite happy with the quality of the recordings that were coming out of my home studio and the collaborator studios. Got top secret production happening here today. And here's our church, or our synagogue. We worked under various monikers and it was alright, you know, but it was never like awesome. But to do what I do with Swell, when you're paid hourly for this work, you have to be the best. Here's my reminder of Chase and Venice Beach. The only time is now. After doing that for so long, I was able to take those skills and apply them to music production and apply them to Beatific. So now what I hear in my head, I can get really quickly and easily onto tape. So the quality of the production has increased exponentially. The collaborators that I'm able to work with, like Jeremy Black, Jay Wilson, Mike Forst, all these cats are an incredible caliber that I met through Swell. So it's been a symbiotic relationship. Studio rats, we sit in these dark rooms all day. There's literally no windows in here and the clock doesn't work. So the antithesis to that is nature. We try to get outside as much as possible when we're not staring in front of the screen. I was inspired by nature, the trees, the patterns of nature, the ocean. I'm a surfer and I can never get enough. So those themes come out in the work, as well as having, you know, a certain amount of fear for the nature that we came from and what we're doing to it as humans. So that interface between, you know, kind of our messed up modern lives and the fall from Eden or the fall from grace is kind of always in the back of my mind. So those themes run through Beatific, as well as, you know, our history as people. My ancestors suffered through World War II and the Holocaust, and that trauma kind of lives on in my body, in the dreams with my parents. And so I like to talk about that as well and think about how I may have coped with those, you know, with those traumas throughout life. I hope listeners can gain a moment of transcendence from the mundane. You know, I feel like music for us humans has always been about transcending the mundane, whether it's been through ritual or ecstatic dance or, you know, playing for hours, jamming with your people. And if we're able to translate some of that over, you know, messages from wherever it's coming from, because I don't sit down and say, I'm gonna write a song right now, you know, here are the 3 chords the song is gonna be. I wait until it comes. So I feel like if I'm able to grab it, shape it, mold it, and present it in a package that's kind of beautiful and easy to understand, then I will have done my job. It started off with a kiss. And I forget how to... The goal here is to give people a little look behind the scenes, how the guitars are recorded, how the tracks are made, how they're mixed, and then ultimately what the process is to get them out in a way that we're happy with. And also to show a little behind the scenes of Swell. What happens when you mix a spot, when you do sound design on a piece, how does it elevate the piece? What is a piece like with and without musical score? It's the heart and soul of a piece of video content. It's like a waterfall. It's like a waterfall. Strange vision.